This was my choice for the ugly advertisement. Originally, I was going to try to find something that was meaningful to be ugly, but since I went with the theme of good, bad in terms of educational products, I figured let me actually just try to find a site that somebody would say like, "Eek, this is ugly." Um, and so, just to start with the white space again, they don't have any kind of separation between things, right? So you just have this empty space and then these words right here that aren't really appealing. Um, and they just kind of tell you the lab experiments. There's nowhere to click on to, like, I know we might not be dealing with like hyperlinks and everything, but I think that's important to note. I mean, even their spacing of their words are kind of like not even in order, right? So it's like they spaced between here. It almost looks like two spaces, three spaces sometimes. It's a little awkward. Um, they have these videos that I won't watch the videos, but just where they're placed don't seem very coordinated, right? You've got one right here, and then you've got one right here, which makes it look weird. Um, Over here, I mean, they've got this little bullet point in between that kind of is weird. The quantity and then the number here is it's gray on gray, so that's very weird. Um, this doesn't seem very attractive. Buy six for 60, get an additional 5% off. I mean, that almost makes it seem like a lackluster sale. Just by looking at 5%, you're kind of like, oh, okay. But then, because it's not bold, it's not like very attractive. It just doesn't look, juicy enough. The picture, is where I really thought it was ugly because this is just not coordinated. It almost looks like they just stacked things over on this side. They kind of just look, there's a nail right next to the battery. Like, I don't even know if that's safe for one. Then there's a stopwatch with that, and there's that ruler, the bent ruler. And you've got all this equipment over here. I mean, they've got this roll of tape or something with a wheel on it. Um, it's just like, what is all of this stuff, right? And the physics kit just kind of looks a little lame. It's green on top of green. Doesn't seem very attractive. It looks like an old photo, just judging by the graininess. In it, it looks like they've got a clamp over here, which is, I guess you can clamp things down. It's just, not very coordinated. I think it would have been better to have something where you could see each item one by one on a hyperlink type of thing. Um, the ads up here, does it let you click? These are, I mean, decent. They're not decent enough to make it like not ugly, in my opinion. It just looks like they took, um, stock photos. They look Japanese, possibly. That's what I'm thinking because it says international up here. Um, but yeah, readability. Oh man, I think readability was how well you can read it all. Because of the randomness of it, I feel like it isn't very readable. The only thing that I thought was the most readable was the titles. Sorry, the titles up top. Don't even want to read this because the font is kind of, I don't know, it's like bulky and not bulky, but just small and kind of the design. I don't know, it just doesn't pop out. Same here. This actually was probably the most readable in my opinion. When looking at the products, I saw their other ones that they had. They find us on Facebook, obviously. Um, these, you got video right under, so I kind of quickly jumped to the video, and then by the time you notice that the videos are weird, you kind of like start going down here, and you're like, oh, and I don't consider this very readable because, I mean, all right, it's like, all right, one, a recording timer, the acceleration of gravity, two, Newton's second law, things like that. So I just don't see it as a good or a bad website. I saw it as an ugly website. And that is the last one of this assignment. Thank you.